We're going to be trying something a little bit different.
Let go of the brittle, 'cause you'll find life is a riddle that we're not meant to understand.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be trying something a little bit different. Today we'll be reviewing our 2-0 win away at Leyton Orient. In this review I'll be going over the game as a whole, the in-depth stats, your guys' thoughts, and also your voted man of the match. If you do go on to enjoy this review, please do comment down below and say if you want to see more of these in the future. I am just trying it out, as I say, always want to try new things to my channel, so let me know down in the comments. And without further ado, let's get into the review. So, to start off with, we will go through the in-depth stats from this game. So, Orient dominated the possession stats with 55% of that possession, with a large majority of that coming in the second half. They were probably the dominant side in the second half. We'll be going through that in a minute. We had an impressive 13 shots to Leyton Orient's 10, in which we could have wrapped up the game within the first 30 minutes or so. We were all over them first half. We just played unbelievably. The passing, couldn't fault it. The effort, couldn't fault it. The skill in general was just class, really. So, yeah. It was a very messy affair with a total of 29 fouls between both sides, as Orient ended the second half with 5 yellow cards in the final 18 minutes of the game. Danny Johnson's run of scoring in every game so far has been put to an end by a brilliant defensive display, and the O's were unable to break down the back line for the full 90 minutes. They also struggled on the defensive side of their game, with Sam Ling scoring an own goal in the 16th minute. It was probably going to be going in from George Lloyd anyway. He did mess it up a bit. It was a very scrappy goal, but it went in nonetheless, and it did go down as an own goal. I think it should have been a George Lloyd goal, really, because it was definitely going in anyway. But took a big deflection, and it's down as an own goal. I don't quite know why, but that's what they've put it down as. It was a very impressive midfield performance from Cheltenham in this game, as Loney Finn Azaz picks up his first league goal for the club with a brilliant header after a perfect cross from Will Boyle. In the second half, we struggled to find a third goal as Orient began to put the pressure on from the get-go of the second half. However, neither side were able to break through, and our run of not scoring a second half goal in the league this season continues, as the game ended 2-0 to Cheltenham. So now moving on to your guys' thoughts on the game. I went over to Instagram to see your opinions, and here is what you all thought. Okay, so one person said, shaky second half with lots to improve on, but a good win. Now, to be honest, there was shaky points, and we were on the back foot for a lot of that second half. However, we kept the play going, and the players didn't stop. You know, even till the last minute of that game, we were trying to get that third goal, which I really rate. You know, obviously, Charlie Ragland, for example, being subbed off for Elliot Bonds. You know, Michael Duff managed the team really well today. He was optimistic. He drilled lots of good sort of skills into the squad, and definitely commanded them really well today. And yeah, I definitely agree with you. But I do think that for the majority of that game, we were by far the better side, and there wasn't too many sort of purple patches. But I can agree with you in some ways. Another person says, all-round brilliant performance. And that's sort of what I touched on earlier on in the video. You know, there was nothing I could really fault today, to be honest. I did tweet out some of my opinions on the game. So if you haven't already followed my Twitter, I'll put it on the screen now. Go and follow it. I am reasonably active on there, so feel free to go and follow that and keep up to date with everything going on with the channel and just anything Cheltenham related in general. I always try and relay the news about the club and League 2 in general. So yeah, feel free to go and follow that. But yeah, I completely agree with you. Simple as that. We were class today. We outclassed Orient. And yeah, I mean, hopefully more of that's coming the next few games. You know, we got the likes of Crawley, Southend. So hopefully we can get results against sides like that. I feel like, I don't want to be too confident, but there are games that we've realistically, based on the last two performances, that, you know, we should really be at least trying to push for a decent result against those sides. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but yeah, hopefully we can keep this form up. And that's definitely what Michael Duff will be aiming for. Right, this is the final one I'm going to do, because otherwise the video will drag on for a bit too long. Someone says, excellent result, brilliant football, nothing I could really fault. And again, that's literally what I just touched on. You know, as I said, there was nothing I could really fault. There were a few slight errors, but for example, when Will Boyle lost the ball from the cross, he got a touch on it, and he went straight to the Orient player's feet. But then he got back up and made a really, really good block. There was 2 blocks within about 10 seconds from Raglan and Boyle. And they kept persevering, and that's what I really like to see there, is that the players made a mistake, but they immediately tried to recover from it. And I think that's why, you know, we have a really good defensive record, because, you know, we have the players that are going to keep going. Like Alfie May, his work rate when he came on today, again, was unbelievable. Yes, he didn't score, yes, he didn't get that many chances, but he fought for the ball. You know, he ran all over the pitch, and that's why we're the team that we are, because Michael Duff has drilled it into us that, you know, we've got to press for the ball, we've got to fight for this. And that's what Michael Duff has been laying into the players, because, you know, it's not going to be laid up on a plate for us, you know. Obviously, in the last 5 years, we've had rough patches, obviously, coming back up from the National League, coming close to dropping back down again, and now we're in a really good stage where we do have that potential to go up into League One. So I feel like Michael Duff is the right manager, rather, to try and guide us to that promotion, and he definitely has the right attitude, and the players are compliant with that. I've also got one of my mates to text me his views on the game. He's also got a YouTube channel. I'll leave that link in the description. Go subscribe to him. He does do Cheltenham vlogs, but obviously, you know, there's nothing to vlog at the moment, so he doesn't really do informative videos like me. But when football is back, if you want another vlog to watch, then feel free to go and subscribe to him. As I say, his link will be down in the description. So he says, today was a great performance from the lads. Will Boyle was my man of the match, with a great performance, with key moments such as the assist. And I completely agree. You know, like that cross, obviously Chris Hussey is normally the one that whips in the balls, but that was a really perfect cross right onto Finn Azaz's head. And yeah, I just think, you know, in general, it was a great performance today. And I've already touched on everything I can really say in the previous comments, because, as I said, there's nothing I could fault, and there's no really key mistakes that I can sort of talk about and look back on, because there wasn't any. So yeah, I think it's as simple as that. It was a great performance, and Will Boyle did have a great game. He did also touch on Will Boyle being his man of the match. So let's go back onto Instagram to see what you guys thought was your man of the match. Okay, so moving on to the man of the match. I did think there was 4 players that stood out for me today, and that was Will Boyle, George Lloyd, Finn Azaz, and Chris Hussey. Now, I put up those 4 options to vote for as the man of the match, and about 30 of you voted, so I really do appreciate that for everyone that does vote on my Instagram stories and does interact with the channel. Honestly, every one of you that does that, it really helps me out, and it means the world. But yeah, so let's move on to who you thought was your man of the match. So, I'm going to do the top 3. We may as well do top 4, seeing as I did do 4 options. So, in 4th, there is Chris Hussey with 2 votes. Now, personally, I felt he would get more votes, but I feel like he did the dirty work today in terms of the crossing and stuff like that. I feel like he needs a lot more credit by everyone in League 2, because I do feel like he is probably top 3 best left backs, best left wing backs, even left mids in the league. Because, you know, great left foot, great on free kicks, can cross the ball in from anywhere. He's a great all-round player, and I feel like he does deserve more credit. But you guys have voted for him. 2 of you have voted for him as your man of the match today, and he is in 4th out of the 4 options. Moving on to 3rd is George Lloyd with 5 votes. He had a decent performance today. He was unlucky to not get that goal ruled under his name. I do feel like, as I said, it was going in anyway, but it has gone down as a known goal. Moving on to 2nd, out of the 2 that are left, and 6 of you have voted for Will Boyle. Obviously, my mate did touch on him being his man of the match. I thought he was absolutely excellent today. You know, for some of the people that are closer to me in terms of mates, you'll know that I'm not the biggest fan of Will Boyle, especially after what happened in the playoffs. However, he was excellent today. There was nothing I could fault him on. He was definitely probably top 3 best players today. You know, he made a great block, made some great passes, obviously with the assist as well, to Finn Azaz. And speaking of Finn Azaz, with 20 votes, he is the one that wins today's man of the match. Yeah, he was just, as I said in my match preview, he was our player to watch. And not only did I get that right in my match preview, I also got the score prediction right. Azaz was class today, it's as simple as that. Made some great passes, good on the ball, good skills. Won the ball back lots as well. And yeah, he definitely deserved to get man of the match today, in my opinion. So that is it for today's match review. If you didn't get your opinion included, feel free to comment your views down below. Also, let me know if you do want to see more of these videos in the future, these reviews. Obviously, always trying to try new things with the channel. So yeah, comment down below if you do want to see more of these. But thank you all very much for watching. Thank you all for the support of late. Obviously, I've only been back for about 2 days from my sort of 3-week break, sort of, because I've been quite busy. It really means the world for all the support. See you soon for another video.